Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today we are looking at the eclipse forecast again today. A little bit of new information rolling in. We'll take a look at some of the cloud cover expected along the path of the annular solar eclipse here. You can see it's not going to block out the complete sun here. So you're always going to need that eye protection here. Don't be looking at that ring of fire without those protective glasses on. The next one that comes in 2024, though, April, that's going to move across Mexico, Texas, and then across central portions of the USA, across the Mississippi River, out across some of the Great Lakes here as well, is going to be totality. So over 4 minutes for some areas, the moon is going to completely block the sun's rays. And then you can take off your glasses here. So remember that for next April here, but don't take your glasses off for this eclipse coming up here, even when the moon is completely blocking the sun, which will be along this path. But all the rest of the 48 states is going to get a nice partial eclipse out of this event here as we go through Saturday morning on October 14th. So checking things out, this is the GFS, and this is right about 11 o'clock here, and we're going a 3-hour period back and forth here. And you see the GFS is pretty cloudy here, but some of this is high clouds. You may still get a shot at that partial eclipse here, and you can see as about 8 o'clock there is some breaks across Oregon, Washington, Nevada here, and then it gets better here between 8 and 11 a.m. there across some of the west here. But you can see it's kind of going to be a cat and mouse game, especially from places like Central California up to the Pacific Northwest, trying to view this annular and partial eclipse. Now taking a look at the European here, and this is actually as of about 9 a.m. And you can see there are some breaks kind of showing up here. And again, some of this is high cloud activity. And if we back up towards about 8 o'clock, this would be 9 o'clock, and then there's 10 o'clock. You can kind of see the clouds increasing as we go, but some places in eastern Oregon might not be too bad as well. And the better chances you go down across some of southern Nevada here and on in through Arizona, and Albuquerque is going to be in the path of the total annular eclipse as well, but there's still some high clouds out there as well. So you can see there is some cat and mouse action going on out here. It's going to go down to the wire to see what kind of cloud activity is going to be apparent in the sky as we go through Saturday morning. Now, this is looking at cloud layers percentage on the European. We've got low, high, mid, and total. And as you can see, across like Western Washington, there's not many mid or low-level clouds. So it's mostly high clouds here right about the time that this would be occurring, the eclipse would be occurring. And you can see Nevada doing pretty well, also just some mid and high-level clouds out there. But there could even be some breaks across Oregon here. Looks like we're trending a little bit down in some of the cloud cover, which is good news for eclipse viewers. This is looking at the NAM3 cam. We've got some high-resolution models starting to come into range here. And you can see by the time you go towards Saturday morning, this is about 11. Let's go back towards 10 o'clock. And you can see not many low clouds out there. Some of Western Oregon, Western Washington, some of the Cascades is going to be obscured, but you can see there are some mid-level clouds, but maybe Seattle gets a good view of this eclipse here, at least according to the NAM3 cam. Not many high clouds around here across Western Washington, but you can see across Northern California into Southern Oregon, there are some high clouds, and then you can see the total here, but you can see there is the potential, even for some of Western Oregon, to be able to view some of this eclipse as it comes on shore here Saturday morning. Now, this is looking at the NAM3 cam also. This is the simulated infrared satellite imagery here. It goes this system spinning across some of the Intermountain West, moving out over the plains as we speak, and on into today. And we go through to tonight, and now we're into Friday morning here. So let's scroll ahead through Friday afternoon. Now we're into Friday night. So here comes Saturday morning here. You can see the next round of clouds starting to push onshore here, but this would be about 8 a.m., 9 and 10. So between 9 and 10 is when the eclipse is occurring. You can see the clouds arriving. Will it get here in time to block out a lot of the view here? But you can see Nevada doing pretty good. Eastern Oregon, some of Western Washington actually showing clear here on the NAM3KM high resolution model, but the clouds not far away here. So this is probably going to go down to the wire. I will do another forecast tomorrow. We'll take a look at this again. This is looking at the HER3 cam. It doesn't quite go all the way out towards the morning time of Saturday. Well, it goes to Saturday morning, but not quite all the way out. This goes to about 5 a.m. and you can see the clouds are arriving, but they're mostly high clouds here. So hopefully we can get some clearing here and maybe a little bit of peak of that eclipse here across some of Western Oregon, Western Washington. This is taking one more look here. Yesterday afternoon's European. This is also the simulated infrared satellite imagery. You can see that storm system spinning across some of the Rocky Mountains here and going off across the plains. And then as we go through Friday afternoon, you can see that system move through, but we get a little bit of a break here Saturday morning before the next shield of clouds starts to arrive here. So it is going to be close. It's going to go down to the the wire for a lot of areas. But the further you go east across eastern Oregon, Nevada, you're probably the better chances you are going to have to see this eclipse here. But, you know, cross your fingers here, and we'll check it out again tomorrow. And again, I've been showing this the last couple of days. You can see this is for Seattle. This is exactly what it's going to look like in the sky. You can see by about 9:18 or so, it's going to block out most of the sun. So you will notice that, especially if there's a break in the clouds, or even if there's just high and mid-level clouds, you're going to notice the sun being dimmed by this partial eclipse. This is Los Angeles. You can see it's coming down on the left side as you're viewing there from Southern California, blocking out a significant portion of the sun also by about 9:26 Pacific Daylight Time. And this is looking at Las Vegas. Check it out, even blocking out more of that sunlight there. So yeah, you're going to notice it. Most likely going to be some nice clear skies down there across central and southern Nevada for sure. This is Albuquerque. Look at that full annular eclipse. Look at that ring of fire that's going to form right around the moon. Hopefully the clouds play nice there across many of the areas that are going to be tracking right underneath the annular eclipse there, from western Oregon, across eastern Oregon, northeast California, and across portions of Nevada down towards Utah, New Mexico, Texas, and eventually out over the Gulf of Mexico there. But yeah, nice view of things here. And remember, do not take your glasses off. That ring of fire can still damage your eyes. San Antonio, Texas here as well. Look at that fully annular eclipse there as the moon moves right over the sun but does not block it out completely. Dallas, nice partial eclipse incoming there about 11:52 a.m. Central Daylight Time here for the best viewing of that partial eclipse. And then eventually it will end at about 1:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And this would be for Denver out there also. You can see a nice partial eclipse incoming here, provided the clouds play nicely across some portions of Colorado there as well. But you can see a lot of the 48 states are going to see this partial eclipse. But in this band here is where that annular eclipse will occur. The moon will position itself fully over the sun, but not block it out completely. And you can see a wider view of things here. You can actually see, you know, there's not going to be any eclipse out here across some of the Aleutian Islands in Russia, but you can see it does pick up right there off the Pacific Ocean. And again, you can see the track of the annular eclipse there as it moves down across the central portions of the USA, out across the Gulf of Mexico, and eventually down towards South America. And this is looking at the extensive cloud cover. They're still not liking the chances here across Oregon here, but you notice it's not 100%. So maybe we'll get some viewing there for people across western Oregon and northeast California here. And again, the annual solar eclipse here, Flagstaff, Arizona. They're talking about when this is going to be occurring here Saturday morning there. But yeah, some places down across the desert is going to get a nice view of this thing here too. And just kind of reminder here, don't look at the eclipse with your unaided eye. You know, this is not going to be totality. You're still going to have the damaging sun's rays visible here. So yeah, if you want totality, April 2024, an epic eclipse is going to be moving across portions of Mexico, like I mentioned, in through Texas, then across the USA. So make sure to be out there for that one if you want to catch totality. And you can kind of see it here as it moves across Mexico. This is April 2024. But anyway, yeah, interesting stuff here, folks. It's going to go down to the wire. It'd be very interesting to watch at the morning of, on Saturday morning, trying to watch some of these clouds move into the area. We're going to have a much better idea, obviously, by the time we get towards Saturday morning on what's going to occur. But anyway, hope you guys are liking these updates. Let me know what you think. Make sure to watch the daily briefings there. And if you want to know where the California weather briefings are, they're on the California Weather Watch page here. It looks like the algorithm's starting to pick that up a little bit more. I'm seeing it more in the search results out there on YouTube, so hopefully that will continue. But anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow in my regular briefings, and I will see you then.